Hello, friends, and welcome to Minigame Monday. Today is Monday, October 27th, 2025, and today we're going to be doing a jigsaw puzzle from the May 2025 prototypes submitted to our prototype listing on the website. So I'll get the link for that and put it in chat for you so you can play along if you'd like. And switch over to the puzzle view. And I'll be keeping an eye on chat while I do the puzzle, but let's see if I can get it done in 30 minutes or less. All right, so these are things that were placed on the website. That doesn't necessarily mean they were play tested. They made it to the weekend and got play tested, but it was things people shared their intention to play test at the event. Hello, Robert. Thanks for joining me. And let's get back to the puzzle. I'll go ahead and read these titles out loud just to get them into my mind and mostly try to not look at the image after that, just to make it a little bit more of a challenge. So Ratatasker, Welcome to Sussburg, which is actually on Kickstarter right now. That's good timing. Unraveled, Shovels and Scallywags, Dream Guardians, Tin Punk Alley, Big Worm Hunters, Parterre, Oathbrokers, Pawns and Power, Greedy Gourmands, Duck Duck Choose, Intrusion Confusion, Fairy Ring, Domino City, and Bear in Mind. And I think Duck Duck Choose is also going to be for sale for 3 days at the Midnight Market for Lunar Punk soon, too. All right, so if I want to look at the image again, I can see it here and try to just the colors and everything. I can also sort just to edges to make the first part go faster. Oh, very fade. That's a little different than the last time I used this. That's interesting. Okay, so interesting. I see this and I think it's part of Bear in Mind, but I remember that was like one of the last ones I read, so it can't be. Sussburg. Yeah, they're doing something. It's Halloween week, of course, and they're doing something on Kickstarter that's called, I think, Witch Starter, that is celebrating spooky, witchy themed games or games with monsters and things like that. And Welcome to Sussburg is about, it's kind of Goonies-esque group of precocious kids fighting an onslaught of weird monsters that are besieging their town. So it is part of Witch Starter. Okay. Domino City, probably. Yep. Yeah, for this set of, is this here? Yeah, for this set of puzzles for the May session, I made a set that was 7 different colors. Instead of another motif I'll use sometimes is 2 tones, both light and dark, and kind of switching them up. In the next set, when we get to August 2025, they'll be like that. But yeah, I think I like the idea of using this 7 background colors a lot, because I do find, I don't know, just sorting into those colors is fun for me for playing it. You misread Parterre as Parterre and thought it was a different game that was also a Protospiel. Parterre? Are you thinking of the Bean Game, Tootin' and Hollerin'? Yeah. I always forget what Parterre means. I think it's just like not the name that comes first to mind to me for the game that it is. And I feel like unsure that I'm saying the right game, but I believe Parterre is the one that's about building a planter full of, yeah, Tuna and Hollern is Joe's game is the one Joe Kell's game is the one you're thinking of. Yeah. That one also will be at the Midnight Market for sale. Don't quote me on the dates, but it's in the first week of November. That for 3 days, the games in that pop-up online market will be for sale. And so, yeah, I didn't even particularly plan this. I mix up the names of the games presented on the website randomly and just what fits into the word grid best, or across. I think there's six. There's six, I think, for May. So it's just a coincidence that we can talk about things that are coming up, available for sale. Didn't plan it out like that. Here we go. Yeah, the last set of kind of the full rainbow of colors were more based on sort of the sticky note pastel tones. These are more bright. They kind of remind me of Lisa Frank from the 80s. I was going through, well, like a stress in my life right now is that I have a lot of stuff stored in my garage in a haphazard way, and the space can't be used, and there's a lot of things that it could be very useful for if we could get it under control. And a lot of that stuff is from my teenage years and college years, and it feels like a totally different person owned all those things. And going through them, I have like conflicting parts of me that, on the one hand, I'm very much a waste not, want not kind of person. And I also just don't think it's good to throw stuff away that can still be useful, because it's just resources are, yeah, it's just bad for the planet, bad for my finances too, to throw things away that I could have used instead of buying a new one. And I have a lot of like things that I kept for reasons that I thought they'd be useful, and I need to go through all this stuff. So that's something that's going on in the background of my life. And this weekend, I was looking in the garage for a particular thing and opened a particular tub. Didn't find the thing I was looking for, but found a lot of like the old stationery I used to use to write letters to pen pals when that was something that people did before there was email. Or, well, I don't know, or there was email, but I think probably at the time I was doing the pen pal thing, email existed, but I didn't have a computer in my house yet. It was that kind of era. And yeah, I found one thing that I found in that bin was Lisa Frank stationery kit. That was kind of, Lisa Frank made all kinds of cute art that probably especially girls liked, but anybody who likes the rainbow colors was welcome to like them. And I collected stickers and stuff from Lisa Frank, but I found horses. I wasn't really into horses, but I did have horse stationery with like it's a whole like kind of plastic folder set that has a pen and envelopes and stationery and stickers to decorate the stationery with and stuff. So I found a place to put that away amongst my stationery sorted, and I sorted a cabinet full of stationery this weekend. You remember pen pals, though you never had one? I was assigned one in French class, somebody who spoke French in France. I didn't talk to her very many times, though, but that was cool. That was a cool thing for school to give me. The monkey was ubiquitous. Oh no, you're gonna probably make me want to Google, because it's not coming to mind when I think of. I don't know if I had that. if I had any stickers or anything that were the monkey. Well, I like what comes to mind quickly for me is like the leopards and the dolphins. Yeah, I think she made a lot of animals, huh? I don't know if it was always animal unicorns. I still have I have my old printer and it has some Lisa Frank unicorn stickers kind of like adorning like near the logo and stuff. Little Lisa Frank beauty marks on my old printer I used to have when I still lived at home. Okay. Oh, you somehow were actually able to post a link. How did you do that, Robert? I think it's because you're on our Twitch team. That's the picture of the monkey. Okay. Let me if I can. I don't know if I can click it. Oh. Um the program is sort of angry at me. It's sort of frozen. Interesting. There we go. It caught up to me. Yeah, that's the picture of the monkey. Let me see. I can't click it from... Okay, I can click it from Twitch. Here, I'll show it. Thank you for finding it for me. I'm trusting you. That it's really the monkey. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like this is... Sometimes I feel like when Robert and I talk and we like what we remember from our childhood, I don't remember this monkey. I wonder if it was more popular in Canada than the US. But yes, as you can see, very, yeah, Lisa Frank's logo is a rainbow and kind of a rainbow background. And I guess somewhat subliminally, she influenced my color choice in these pictures. What's different? Oh, it's a different monkey than what you thought you were showing me? It's definitely a Lisa Frank monkey. Maybe you need to send me another link. But you see all the pieces for the Tin Punk Alley, but you're not sure how to tell me where they are. Okay, I can at least be directed to focusing on them. I see this one. This one. Okay. And this one. I think one is missing. I wish that there was the way there's a button for the edges, which is super convenient and I love it. I wish there was a way to say like all to the left, all to the right, or something like that, because this part is a little time consuming after I get the frame and I need to scooch everything to places where I can see it, you know. I guess maybe I could be a good play tester for them and tell them so at Puzzle Me. That would be a very useful feature. Okay. I think I've got everything out from under. Out from under that. Okay. I think the tin. Oh, I know why it's missing. It's because it's on the edge. There we go. You're right. Those are all of them. Okay. So Robert says I can find the link to the monkey in Discord, which I'll grab in a second. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Tin Punk Alley stands out with that kind of bee motif color, right? The road sign color. You know, it's interesting, like this puzzle that I create, I end up leaning on sort of my intermediate level graphic design skills. You know, I've taken some, it's not a degree that I got, but I've taken some workshops and stuff on graphic design. And I've been an artist really since I was a little kid. I took a lot of art classes when I was a kid involving color theory and blending and stuff. So a lot of that graphic design was easy for me to pick up and made a lot of sense. Greedy Gormons. GRE. But yeah, some of this like the contrast of colors that makes the puzzle readable. That's something that I pay attention to. Greedy Gormons. We go. Oh no, we need. This is probably it. And yeah, sometimes you. I know for me, like I'll use a skill sometime, or I'll yeah. There's so many skills, right, that we grow into, or like that we have that we don't even realize we're good at, or we know how to do. We're just like pulling them all together in all of these projects and things that we like to create. So I don't think I really set out to be making something that was an example of how to choose colors to make something easy to read, but it ends up just kind of happening like that. Let's see. Oh, and I see what Robert sent me is just a picture, so it's not a link that I can visit on you know, in another tab in the browser. What do you say? Top left. But the top left, I see 2 pieces that complete fairy ring. Top left. And fairy ring is green. Okay. I don't know if that's fairy ring. I think that might be here. Yeah. Top left. I'm doing that right? Okay, yeah. Maybe this one? I don't know. I wonder if you think they're fairy ring and they actually go up there. Above right of Ratatasker. This one. Well, I don't think this one would be here because it's got a little bit of purple on it. I'm not actually I think that one probably is over here somewhere too. This one might be the right level to be fairy ring. You got tricked. It's true. Yeah, that's something like when making these, another thing that I learned, like when I was a kid and I took painting lessons, my teacher regularly pointed out that I was making soldiers. Oh, I'll show you something. I think it's at hand enough that I can show it to you. Yeah. This is something I painted, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. Let me make sure I can see what I'm showing you. Okay, see. Yeah, I painted this maybe 10 years ago. And things like those little needles on the tree that has snow on it are very easy to make in a perfect row. And I would get told all the time, you're doing the soldiers. You're making little soldiers in a row. You need to make it look, nature isn't little soldiers in a row. If you want to paint nature. Yes, bird. If you want to paint nature, you have to mix it up, right? So that's a concept that definitely has been used in the making of these pictures. And even if I don't always make these pictures, I've kind of designed the art direction and the kind of the template for making the pictures. And yes, it's a cardinal. It's my, you see that? Actually need to change it. This is for that nightlight. And sometimes you'll see it. See this one further away. That one's for wintertime, and the one I need to put in, because it's been fall for a little while, and I'm maybe I'm not letting go of summer, spring, but yeah, this here, yeah, this is for you, Robert. It's a Canada goose, another bird. That's the one I need to put in that nightlight. Yeah, I also, this is also a example of projects that I take on that are just like ridiculously big and I get overwhelmed with. I have like 24 of those cutouts that I could paint, and I never. The Canada goose is the meanest goose in the world, perhaps. They're just like, they're taking out all the suppressed rage of their human counterparts. We're you're polite and they're not. That's true. They our town has had in northern Colorado here, we have a lake in the middle of our town, and I live in the neighborhood of the lake. And the Canada geese, they live here year round, but we get a huge convention of them. they meet for a big convention in our town every winter. And actually, the field right behind our house, sometimes it'll just be coated with them for like a week, but the rest of the time, there's always some of them around here. Is this right? Okay. But yeah, I haven't worked on that project for a long time. That could have been my pandemic project, but instead, Protospiel Online became my pandemic project. That's just one of the many things. Oil painting is one of the many things that I would like to make more time for in my life, creative endeavors. It's a very time-consuming one. Getting set up and cleaning up. You really have to clean your brushes immediately after you use them, and you have to get all the paint out, and it's a laborious process. There's a beach called Lakeside Park where you see geese all over the place. Do you have lots of different kinds of geese in this park, or is it ubiquitously Canada geese? Robert is in Eastern Canada. Ontario, right? Niagara is in Ontario. I think. Mm-mm. All Canada geese. Yes, Ontario. Yeah, we have different waterfowl in our lake, and there's also like a pond kind of adjacent to the lake, but they're not. Nothing is a goose, I think, except for the Canada goose. I guess because they're so rude, no other geese want to be around them. I saw a couple of them in the lake swimming a couple of weeks ago, and one one of them got under the water and like poked the one in front of him in the butt, and the one in front of him flapped his wings around and made a big commotion. I said, "Oh, that's where the term goosing comes from. I understand now." I had actually never seen one of them do that to another one of them, but yeah, they have very not this year. This year was the first time in a while that it hadn't happened for us. That looks right. Okay, yeah. I just didn't try hard enough there. But usually there's a family of geese with like a 3 to 5 to 6 babies, and mom and dad will stand sentry and hiss at us as we stop and look and fawn over the babies. I mean, fair enough. All parent animal, well, not all, but most parent animals are protective of their children. But it's funny. We certainly have a friendly countenance towards the baby geese, but we're always regarded with a lot of suspicion. Okay, this is Dream Guardians. This is Oath Brokers. Pawns. and power. Pawns. It really does come down to if they are left alone, they will leave you alone. Yeah. Usually. Sometimes one of them can have a really nasty mean streak, though. I think as far as birds that I've, crossed in this world, the jerkiest birds of all are turkeys. My family had some turkeys that I think they got them as babies with the purchase to butcher them for Thanksgiving dinner, which is a disturbing thought to me, but they were jerks. I mean, they chose to attack you, and so I did kind of come to feel like, not particularly sad when they were butchered because they were stressful to try and get through. They had a barn, and the turkeys partially lived in the barn. It was stressful to get through the barn while they lived there. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That did not look like the bottom of Dream, but I see how it is now. Dream Guardians. And this is Oathgrove. Oh, Power. I think. Oh, yeah, Power. There's a end. There we go. Okay, getting closer. Okay, this has got to be this. What ends in RZ? Big Worm Hunters, probably? Yeah. To quote the Cleveland show, it's turkey the animal, not turkey the food. Yeah, is the Cleveland show something that is specific to Canada, or is it something that I don't really watch a lot of TV, so sometimes people make pop culture references that everybody else has been watching this show, but I listen to podcasts a lot more than I watch TV, so both for edutainment and just straight up education. It's a spin-off of Family Guy. Okay. Is it like, how long has it been around? Is it relatively new, or like at the point of being in reruns at this point? Okay. Oh, that's Croy's game. Intrusion, Confusion. Intrusion. Nope. Yeah. Okay. It came out in the early 2010s, but ended before 2019. Oh, what? Okay, sorry. Trying to click that. Okay, it's confusing that it's split between two rows. Yes, well, just like the name says, confusion. So that worked out that way. Yeah, when making the images, I don't make them with any particular goal of like where the seams, of the jigsaw are going to be. That's the part that the tool just completely does for me. I upload the image and it turns it into a puzzle. I can tell it how many pieces I want it to be. And I think I do, or well, you say how many you want along the edge and along the top row. And I think if memory serves me, it is 8 down and 15 across that I choose. That I felt like I kind of just tried out how long does it take me to put a puzzle together that has that many pieces, and that generally fit into the 30 minutes or so time. Thank you. Last 19 digits of pi confirms the count. Let's see. Yeah, this one is a pairing, a Tanner pairing, not intentionally done, but Ratatasker and Shovels and Scallywags are both Tanner Simmons games. Ratatasker is like kind of playing off Norse mythology. There's a squirrel that lives on the world tree, and that's its name. And yeah, the username checks out. I agree. The interested numbers. Interestingly enough, though, last 19 digits of pi is not the person who made the pi card game. What was that called? It was Sarah's game, but it's been a little while since I played it. But you played the cards. You had numbered cards and you played them around a circle. So it was very, this got to be up here. Oh no, what am I saying? It's the opposite up there. It's got to be, here it is, here it is. Okay, there we go. Home stretch. This is, there we go. It's in the middle. Yeah, this blue color, wait. No, it doesn't fit there. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. This background color is pretty close to one of the colors in this puzzle this time, which is a little, that's probably not the best choice I could have made. But I'm going to leave it. I think we'll survive. Yeah, you can also choose the background color of the table. I think actually this one was chosen automatically by the system, and I thought it was a pretty color. I liked it at first. I didn't really think about it being too close to this, and I just, because it was easier, I didn't pick another color because it's one more step. You have to change it every single time. But I try to make the background color match for one set of puzzles to make them at a glance more obviously part of the same session of Protospiel Online. Okay, 2 more pieces. That can't be right. Okay, that's right. Okay. Got it. Confetti. And as you can see, you can create your own puzzle. And I don't know, I'll say a couple things here that we have a free section of our Discord community. So our Discord is where we host Protospiel Online convention weekends. But when we don't have badges on sale, right now badges are not on sale, you can still join a section, the more public section of our Discord server, our community, and we share these puzzles, links to these puzzles in our discussions forum in the community, so you can get them from there as well and see them come out there as well if you're not watching on Twitch. And if you are watching on Twitch or you do enjoy Twitch, it's Halloween week, and Robert's been talking to me in the chat. We're going to be playing The Shivers with a couple of other friends of the Protospiel community, which is a family RPG that involves pop-up scenes. I won't show you one right now. I have them next to me because this is my streaming studio and I've got it all ready. But come to the stream and you'll see what the pop-up Fogmore Manor looks like, and we'll be exploring that with the Shivers characters. So that's the next thing that'll be happening on Twitch. That'll happen before the next Minigame Monday. It'll be on Thursday night, October 30th, I think at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So come and join us, and you can help everybody decide the choices they want to make in the next step of the story as we explore. It's the tutorial session called Flight of the Bumblebee. So we'll see you all there, and have a great week. If we don't see you before Halloween, have a safe and happy Halloween. Bye, y'all.